Alright, so we're doing an interview now with Taxman here of the Suburban Noize family. Alright, now, so you've been in the band, well, not in the band, but with the family since 2098.
Yeah, 98.
Okay. Where did the idea come from for this whole persona that you've got?
Well, it's basically, it evolved as an anti-hero lifestyle. It's sort of, basically back to the old early 80s punkers were like, the guys and Fine and Threat, Bad Religion, all the bands, DI, you got to name thousands, Germs, Black Flag, Shrinking, and then move on to Humble Gods and everything. It was always, I met Brad X, got a phone call from Brad X, and then sitting at a skate shop that Kevin Zinger used to own and run, and then turning around and sitting around and was like, alright, we're on the road, and I've had this in my mind for a long time, is sort of want to move into, take the do-it-yourself attitude and everything and create something from there and go from there. And this, just like how people today are starting up their own websites, creating their own t-shirt and hat companies and all that, where, instead of paying into the big system, they're using the system to evolve their lifestyle from what they want, and move on from there. It's like, I guess it would be an old tribal thing, if you went and hunted and killed the meat, and then my side of the tribe was digging up the vegetables and everything, or, chopping wood so we could have a fire, we both came together at the end to, create the better evolved, right? And then that's when I met Brad X and Kevin Zinger. I've known Kevin Zinger for the manager of Kottonmouth for way longer than I have Kottonmouth, and we just sort of evolved, and I sort of created, basically stepped into the genre of making this whole, and then with Brad giving the tools to really to develop it to where I wanted to give it to I was ready to give it to the public. I started off selling t-shirts and hats and little bitty clothing things and little patches and stuff out of my car just to my friends, like, yeah, I made this, cool art and everything. Like, just like the artist would paint a painting and then turn around and sell it. So I just, instead of researching and buying stuff and then selling it and then buying other things, and I just sort of try to evolve me and then push it out there. And then the whole makeup thing came with more is when I go out to the public, it's a spiritual thing. It's this war of my ideas, so it's like war paint. It's me against the system. Here are my ideas. Here's my opinion. Make your decision. Live your life. Take what knowledge I've learned and gained. And if I take a little bit of knowledge from what you know and add it to mine, and furthering that, building that empire, is what they would say today in the political realm, or the all-seeing eye, building the pyramid, or building the anti-hero pyramid so we could take the power back, as like the old Rage song says, Moving on from there.
That's kind of the idea that Corporate Avenger had as well, and you worked with them for a while.
Yeah, totally worked with Spike Guy, gave me a phone call when also I was sort of at a time in my life that I needed to I was going to fall into the system, become a number, but we all are already numbers because they give us numbers before we even come out of the womb. The Social Security Board. Gotcha. But then, and then evolved it from there, and then figuring it out at a younger age and everything about the whole bigger picture. I mean, it's still bigger than what we ever know. I don't think we'll ever find out, but we do need to know that knowledge and not those things not do unto others, Not good.
You've done your own movie. You did the Taxman, the movie, Fuck the Bullshit. What do you think of, how that movie was originally supposed to be pretty cathartic, right?
Yeah, it's developed into I try to leave it open so there's all different routes to go with the movie, And I had a great director, the drummer, Kottonmouth's older brother, was in Humble Gods, guitar player, Ricky Rockland. And I sat down with Daddy X and was sort of creating this movie to go all different directions, so I could keep evolving with the movie, because sort of the Taxman didn't really have a foundation, or didn't have anything to give to the people at that time besides the Corporate Avenger album, besides the Kottonmouth albums and the photos. So I wanted to create something to give out there besides t-shirts and a hat,
Right.
Next month might be a CD, next month it might be a Munchie's Kit Kat bar, you never know, and maybe a cookie I should cook. It's just like trying to evolve, take things to give to the people, and then also to take some knowledge that I learned from, people learn from the internet, learn from talking to you, learn from developing different people's theory, ideas, and everything like that, and finding out, hey, things have been going on in history, For example, I'll use this one, my classic one is, okay, the United States got bombed by terrorists. Well, how many other countries in this world have been dealing with that centuries before we have? Maybe we should listen to those people a little bit more before, and learn how to understand how they've been dealing with those things. But then now I get involved again, and then that's all bombs and all that. It's a whole different can of worms.
Now, you mentioned with the movie and everything. Do you think that you've been doing some music with, some of the bands? You've done some vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
Corporate, and you did some vocals with and on Daddy's new album. And, do you think there's any chance of you doing your own CD anytime soon?
I would love to create my own CD. I'm taking it as what they say, baby steps to doing that. I'm taking baby steps to creating that right now. And moving on further from that is, you can rush art, you can't rush art. It's sort of something like that. But I do want to do that in free time. But I'm fine. I've been writing, I've been working with certain people and coming up with ideas, pinching them back, and then evolving it from there. Eventually I would love to throw something out there. I definitely like creating things, like from art, from paintings to whatever it is, to music to... I like to not really classify myself as like one, as like an artist, I still do. I also run the whole production of Rockland. Okay. On the stage. What do the fans see on stage? That was all mine. I freehanded through the original rough and project. And then, turn it into, give my input through our little family that way. And just trying to get it out there, fun. After 8 t-shirts for the kids buy, I'm designing some of those. And I just, keep funding our little machine and do it yourself, and keeping it in-house, and then branching it out. And I definitely would I have written a couple of songs. I was doing some spoken word earlier on this tour, here right before it had PE would come on. Okay. And then just, slowly developing it. And then I've written some stuff with Judge D, another artist that's on Kottonmouth. And so far I've written a couple of songs for Corporate Avenger that haven't ever came out, or hopefully they will.
So you're still working with Corporate, or?
Yeah, I talk to Corporate Avenger all the time when we cross paths and get time to talk. Like Corporate Avenger was a select group of artists that came together at a certain time and needed that, and certain ones went that, through different directions, and then if it's in due time, maybe come back together. If not, hey, take what we've learned with each other's knowledge and keep pursuing it.
So have you actually worked on the second Corporate album?
The second?
Not
Born Again.
Yeah, Born Again.
Born Again, no.
Okay.
I didn't step into any of that. I was actually working on Humble Gods at that time. Working with Southern soldiers. And then just gradually moving, staying right here in the Kottonmouth Foundation, shipping your t-shirts and packaging flyers to the back of the warehouse,